1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A second down throw for Prescott. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Prescott on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go, get that, let's go, get out, get out.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Second down, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Prescott to throw it. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry now for Jordan Howard. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Under.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. John Simon in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Gets past one man. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
You see it? You see it?
Now Trubisky. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Set up! 180!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
We're going to 54. Wire.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here we go, 46, 46. 26, 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Switch, hey. Here we go. 180. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Again to Elliott. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. John Simon in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Come on, gotta go.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen, and he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. They shakes him off. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Yeah, and that play was pretty well doomed right from the start. The pressure was really affecting him. Collapsed everything in the pocket. He had to move around, try to get it downfield. Incomplete.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Prescott off play action. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On 2nd down, Elliott. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Hustle, hustle.
Here's Prescott on the left side. Gallup's got it. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Trubisky now down around his goal line. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Oh, good move at the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They come up in an offset eye. Now Elliott. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second and goal from the 1.
Here you go.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
Reds up! We got four.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Skirts by him at the 35. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On first and 10, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. This is first and goal from about the 8. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Trey Burton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Parkey with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on first and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up second and 10.
Swing on the field, right. To the right. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide.
This is Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
41's the whip.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Airing it out for Hearns. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And juke this time. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The Pro Bowler Brent Grimes brings him down. Now Trubisky to throw on second. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. You know, get your grip. You know, that's why we see some of the guys now that put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the glove might make it too slippery. So you've got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back and trying to locate the ball coming through snow and making sure they have full concentration.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the 1st. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Prescott on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Off the play fake, Prescott escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Prescott from the gun. Airing it out for Hearns. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's third down.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. Good. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start with a give to Cohen across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Credit the tackle to Chris Covington, 6th-round pick in 2018.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First target, first catch at a 1st down. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Looking deep for Gabriel. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That goes for a gain of 31.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. Now Trubisky to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Trubisky. Pressure comes and Trubisky goes down. David Irving. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. On the right side, this is Miller. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They start on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action here on 1st down. Airing it out for Hearns. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play here for Dallas. 55 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. A handoff left, Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Prescott now on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. John Simon, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. 8 yards on the screen there. Not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Trubisky will throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 yards there and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They pitch out to Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Come on, gotta go, gotta go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Throwing here, Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Prescott now, option right. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try it too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they